All right, this is John, and I just wanted to cut this video um, for those people who are interested in becoming a day trader. Um, for myself, I think I finally, turned a corner over the last 3 weeks. The last couple of years have been very painful and very frustrating. Unsure if I could do it. Um, you name it, I made the mistake 10 times over. Sure, you heard that before. Um, but anyway, what I'm going to say is just from my own experience. I've had some great mentors, uh, but just because you have a great mentor doesn't mean you'll become a great trader, because the mentor can teach you what you need to learn, but if you don't learn it, you don't practice it, you don't execute it, you're not going to become a good trader. And something else I learned the hard way. Try to do it my own way. Try to, you know, uh, you know, make the market do what I wanted it to do, and these are all just hard lessons that need to be learned. But I would do my best to give you the lessons I've learned, so you don't have to make those mistakes. And that's really the best way to learn. It really is. So, what is the commitment to become a day trader? I think a professional day trader does the following on the days he or she decides to trade. You know, uh, for me, I got to turn on the computer, Pacific Standard Time, because the market opens at 6:30 in the morning my time. So I got to wake up at least at 5 in the morning, and start preparing, um, you know, charts and trade plans and things like that. Um, you know, right now picks out the potential stocks from the scanner, or right now presently I'm because of the stock market crash, because the coronavirus. The only thing I'm really trading right now is the SPY. It's moving, a ton, and there's opportunities in the SPY every day. So I really only need to update one chart and trade one chart a day, which is great. So I don't have to wake up that early. Um, you got to learn how to draw lines, on the charts. Important, support and resistance. You should write, maybe a summary of how you want to trade the stock that day. Um, then, figures out a plan to trade, and then execute the plan. And this is probably one of the hardest parts, because once you enter the trade, once you start executing the plan, emotions get involved, and they always get involved because we're humans, but learning how to technically um, read the chart of when to take profit, how to recognize when the trade is working against you. What does that look like on a chart? Um, Exiting, the entire trade at the proper time, and I'm not saying that you're going to hit it at the very bottom, or exit at the very top. It's impossible to do that, but to do it as close as possible, you know to the general area that where you think the stock can go, or at least what your plan is. And if you're lucky or skilled enough and want to accept a risk, when to add back to your position, meaning that maybe you've entered a trade, you took some profit, it went up to a level where the trend is continuing in your way, and it's a good place to add back for more profit while readjusting your stop. Basically that's what that is. Um, the next step is, you gotta have the discipline. That's something that I've really, really struggled with for many years. The discipline, and we can talk more about that, another day. But to have the discipline to trade only the best setups, and I guess the biggest conflict with me there is that, I wasn't afraid to take any trade. I'd make up trades in my mind, and most of them didn't work. And then when I tried to trade, the setups, maybe the mentors taught me, I was too quick and I didn't let it work, or my size was too big, or, there's a myriad of things, emotions and fears that, really just ripped me up for many, many, uh, you know, days, weeks, months, years. But think I'm finally figuring it out. So one, do you have a best setup? You know, do you know how to trade it? Have you studied it? Have you practiced it? In a demo mode. You know, um, the next thing is, having the discipline, having no desire to trade when there is no trade. When your setup is not there, can you sit at the computer and watch it for 30 minutes? Can you watch it for an hour? Can you watch it for 2 or 3 hours without even making a trade, but staying totally focused on what's going on with the price action and be ready to make a trade if something sets up? Because things set up very quickly. In a trade, it's following, it's going down. Maybe you missed a good entry. You don't want to chase the trade, but then all of a sudden it comes back up, and there's certain levels, certain moving averages, Bollinger Bands that you can use to work with and get a good entry in and a good stop in that gives you a high probability of success. Uh, you have to stay focused on that, and it happens, quicker than you think. And then, after all that, you know, after the day's over, you have to review, um, the trades, after you review the trades after to find ways to get better. You know, you know, good points, bad points, about your trading. So to learn this, you have to commit time and effort. You know, um, you don't have to in the beginning to wake up at these times. You can get started, you can set things up, you can, in Thinkorswim, you can use on demand and play back, opening positions, at whatever time you want, at, any time of the day you want. So let's say you only have, in the evenings free for about an hour for now. You could practice trading, on TOS, for an hour. This is the TOS right here, Thinkorswim, and you can open that up and practice trading and get used to, or start learning some setups and practicing them, and learning the skill, learning to read price action. A lot of this does not happen overnight. Yeah, and you just got to practice it. So how much time, do you want to commit to your new profession, or, part-time income? Because you could do this part-time. You don't have to do it every day. What will it take? I commit, 5 hours a week. I don't know. It's up to you. So these are some of the things you have to ask yourself. These are the things that I would ask, other people who, want to learn. Because I'm willing to teach, people most of the stuff I know, or at least a lot of the stuff I know to get started, you know. Um, so anyway, that's it. Hope this helps. Hope this makes sense. These are the things that I've learned. There's a lot of other things I learned in here. I'll go into more detail later on, but this is just from my personal experience. Okay. Anyway, hope you like it. Give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.